There are monsters that hide in the dark, and then there are monsters that hide in plain sight. On t-shirts, on coffee mugs, and on 5 different 10-foot chairs scattered throughout one West Virginia county. In most places, a monster is meant to scare you, but here in West Virginia, a monster is a celebrity. And this week, it's her birthday.
Yeah, Braxie's not hiding in the woods anymore. She's basically the county's brand, and tonight we're throwing her a birthday party, West Virginia style.
That's right. Welcome to Almost Heaven. I'm Corey.
And I'm Kelsey, and this week we are celebrating the Flatwood Monster's 73rd birthday. How does a monster go from terrifying a handful of kids on a hillside to becoming a cultural figure in West Virginia? We're talking museums, giant roadside chairs, memes, and even a yearly convention that feels more like a birthday party.
The Flatwoods Monster isn't just folklore anymore. She's part of the Mountain State's identity. This week, West Virginia celebrates her birthday, older than most West Virginia roads, and definitely in better shape. So happy 73rd birthday, Braxie. And here's our question for you, the listener. Why do you think Braxie stuck around in West Virginia culture when so many other cryptid stories fade away? Before you even watch the rest of the episode, drop your theory in the comments, and we're going to read our favorite ones on the next episode. All right, so to get started on this episode, why don't you go ahead, for the casual viewers out there who may not know Braxie all that well, why don't you go ahead and give them the background story, give us her origin story, if you will.
Okay, so I'm going to read it off here. Are you ready to listen?
I'm ready.
Okay. Our story kicks off, as so many strange stories do, on a September evening. The date is September 12th, 1952. In the tiny town of Flatwoods, West Virginia, a group of schoolboys are playing football when they see a brilliant object streak across the twilight sky, appearing to crash on a nearby farm. Being kids, they naturally run to see what it is. A few locals, including Kathleen May, the mother of the two boys, join them as they head up a hill. What they find up there is a pure nightmare fuel. A pulsating red light, a thick, nauseating mist that burns their eyes and noses, and a lingering metallic smell. And then they see it. One of the group, a local guardsman named Eugene Lemon, points his flashlight towards two small lights in the trees. The beam reveals a creature of impossible size and shape. It was described as a looming 10-foot figure with a round, blood-red face and a head shaped like an ace of spades. It had small, claw-like hands and a dark, pleated body that seemed to float above the ground, hissing as it moved toward them. The group fled in absolute terror. For days afterwards, some of them suffered from vomiting and severe throat irritation, symptoms that one investigator later compared to exposure to mustard gas. The incident sparked a national media frenzy and an inquiry from the U.S. Air Force, cementing the Flatwoods Monster as a terrifying legend of the Cold War era. For decades, that's all it was, a chilling, unsolved mystery. So how do you get from that, a genuine night of documented terror, to a town where the monster's face is on everything? Its birthday is an official event, and its presence brings joy, not fear. Well, that's the real mystery. And to solve it, you have to go back to Braxton County.
Braxton County, that's right. That's where we're at in this story today. Now, you would think Flatwoods would want to forget a terrifying night like that, but instead, they've really turned her into a cultural phenomenon.
It was national news.
National news, that's right.
National news.
Here's the thing about that, though. It could have been a one-and-done headline, like a lot of other things that happened. But instead, the town owned it. They turned the fear into fame. The welcome sign literally says, "Home of the Green Monster."
I'm really surprised that they call it the Green Monster.
Yeah.
Because whenever I see her, I don't think of a green monster.
Yeah, what do you
Do
think?
we have Braxie?
Yeah, she's right here.
Yeah.
She's always in
I
the
guess
background.
she is wearing green. And I thought her eyes were supposed to be red. I don't know.
Her skin and head's kind of red, and then her eyes look
Yeah.
like they're just kind of glowing.
The Green Queen,
And then she's wearing like a
perhaps?
green, the
Yeah.
Green Queen. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Well, I think that West Virginia knows how to tell a story. We've got Mothman, Grafton Monster, Sheep Squatch, but Braxie's a little different than those. A little different because she's got that style.
Yeah,
She's got
she's
the
stylish.
spade-shaped head, the metallic dress. She wasn't just scary; she was unforgettable.
Classy.
West Virginia's space queen, and with some creative marketing, they've kept her alive for 73 years.
Yeah.
This is her 73rd birthday.
Yep.
It's been a while since she came in. And as far as I know, I don't think there was a lot of appearances. This was kind of like a one and done, but she made a huge impression.
There was apparently 2 sightings. The second one came the very next day from I believe a hitchhiker, and he said he just saw mud tracks and skid marks, and he could smell what they're calling this mustard gas smell. And he had reported it. And apparently a lot of things were happening in the whole U.S. that time of UFO sightings.
Wow.
So, I don't know. Coincidence?
There's a lot of stuff going on back then.
Yes, but only 2 sightings. If it was an alien, why would we have to see her more than once for it to be a real thing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, people are like, give us proof. We need more proof. But what if she's like, this is the best y'all can do down here? I'm headed back up.
Right.
You know?
So what fascinated me about this story, because depending on when this airs and when people are watching, there's always a big convention in Flatwoods each year. Well, at least this is the 3rd annual. So that they make a big deal about it. They got a speaker coming in and everything. But even the rest of the year, like if you go to the Braxton County Visitors Center website, and even their visitor center there in the county is attached to the museum.
Yes.
The Flatwoods Monster Museum. The website's all about Flatwoods Monster. They've got these chairs, the 5 chairs throughout the county, so it's a little scavenger hunt to go to all 5 chairs. And then, she's just everywhere. They got the sign, welcome home of the green monster. Well, we're trying to figure out, our job tonight, we're investigating, we're trying to figure out why she is such a cultural phenomenon. Not just the story behind her, but because that's what we're interested in this podcast, is kind of West Virginia culture.
Yes.
So I want to know how people became so attached to her, how it became a big deal. Now we've got Mothman too, and it's a very similar story in that everybody's started out scary, and now it's like we all love Mothman.
Yeah.
And it's the same deal with her. So do you think, let's rewind just for a second. Do you think back when the story originally happened, were people genuinely afraid for a while, you think?
I think so.
I'm going to say yeah, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of, like, what we're holding on to, like, a lot of these cryptids are popular because of something that was, like, once fearful. You know, like, you're scared and you just kind of hold on to that. And I feel like maybe scary things are more effective than, like, good things.
Yeah.
Like, in a town. Like, if you hear something really good, like, compared to, like, oh my gosh, the Flatwoods Monster, that just sticks with you a little bit more.
But
like,
you think,
scariness.
was it genuine fear? You think, like, the parents were locking the doors and putting their kids to sleep, and they're kind of looking out the window, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a legitimate fear.
I think, I don't know, maybe some, but some people I would think were like, oh, that's a little far-fetched. These kids.
Because it was during, the Cold War, and, there was some stories about UFOs going on at the time. And we're going to get into this later, but there was accusations of kind of big government cover-up, like the Men in Black, they called them.
Yes.
That was job was basically to suppress the story. Oh, you've got some information? What you got here?
Got something here. You go on.
I don't know. I'm just going to say, so I think with all of that combined, and you got to remember, so this is before internet, right? So it's not, you can't go on Facebook and talk about it. You can't go on a forum and talk about it. The only really place you're talking about is probably in town, kind of in passing people in town and front porch storytelling. But and we know how storytelling goes in West Virginia. We've talked about this before too, how the tales get taller, they go down the line. So as people are talking about it, they're probably hyping it up even more.
Oh yeah.
Make even scarier than it was if you would just heard it originally.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking the people probably were genuinely terrified. I think we probably would have been. Possibly. You would have. You would have. And then I would be like, nah.
That's not real.
But also I would be like, but I'm not going to test it.
Yeah, as you usually do.
My usual go-to.
Okay, well, whenever I was looking up if anybody had seen her herself, and it was like, no, it was just like those 2 sightings, maybe the second one. It wasn't even a sighting of her. It was the sighting of signs that could have been her.
Okay.
So, this author named Frank Fraschino Jr.
1 second. Frank Fraschino is the author of this book?
Yeah, do you know him?
He's going to be there at
No.
the convention. He is the headline speaker, the marquee speaker. So that's...
No way.
I read that he is the authority on Braxxie. He is like the authority on the Flatwoods Monster. So hopefully he never watches this episode, because I'm sure he's going to be like, you guys got so much wrong.
Okay.
No, I'm sure he's a nice guy.
Right
He'll say we
now,
tried.
I'm telling you, Frank, everyone should read this book. That's what I
There
saw.
you go.
It was like, we don't hardly know anything. We are just getting into cryptids this past year. We don't know that much, okay? So let's just put that out there, disclaimer. We're not experts at all. We're
Right.
learning with you guys, okay? So Frank is the expert. Get this book. Everyone that I was reading about was like, you just need to read Frank's book and that'll tell you everything. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the book and what he thinks of it, and we'll just get that out in the open. Okay, so his book, The Braxton County Monster, cover-up of the Flatwoods Monster revealed. So he is saying that, let's see where this starts. His ongoing and diligent 21-year investigation into this case reveals an invasion of gigantic aliens that occurred over America on September 12th, 1952. So he's saying gigantic aliens. So he's saying that it wasn't just
Oh, so
Braxie.
she was here, but then there was other stuff going on, like
remember what I said?
nationwide.
There was like nationwide UFO
Okay,
sightings at
okay.
that time.
Yeah.
And Frank meticulously reconstructed a timeline of events and recreated the scenario of that terrifying day, which includes the Flatwoods Monster and Frametown Monster incidents, a massive wave of UFO sightings and crashes, and the cover-up of the USAF jet fighter that disappeared that night. This book contains new documentation about the Braxton County Monster case and startling UFO events of that day, and includes additional witness information, newly discovered sightings, crashes, landings, and more. It contains more than 225 visuals, including new articles, photos, maps, graphics, and illustrations, which credit Freshino's as the world's most thorough investigator of this UFO incident in history.
Wow.
Okay, most thorough investigator of this.
Okay.
So he knows it all.
Yeah.
So knowing that he's going to be there, it's like, oh my gosh, if you really want to know the real tea of that night,
Yeah, now I really
you
want
gotta
to
go. He also has another book called Shoot Them Down, which
yeah?
also goes into all of this UFO stuff. And
Oh,
I believe
wow.
those are his only two books.
Where's he from, I wonder?
I don't know, but that book's called Shoot Them Down, The Flying Saucer Air Wars of 1952.
Okay.
So he is an expert on everything that goes on that year.
Right. And so here's what's bringing him into the state and into Braxton County in particular, Flatwoods in particular. It's because her birthday week is coming up. When this airs is her birthday week, depending on when you're watching. And so he's there for basically what is her birthday party, is what we're calling. Speaking of parties, her actual birthday celebration, this convention coming up, this is every September. They throw the Flatwoods Monster Convention, a full-blown birthday party is what we're calling it.
Yeah, you gotta
Guest
get that on your
speakers,
calendar.
vendors, museum tours. It's Braxie's annual bash, right? They took it even further this year, apparently, and got the authority on the whole thing and brought him in as a speaker.
So exciting. I have goosebumps because I'm like, oh my gosh.
I don't believe they have birthday cake there for it. But if they did, this is something I was curious. What do you think the flavor would be?
Red velvet.
Red velvet?
She seems like a red velvety girl.
You know, she's our West Virginia queen. So I say she'd have a pepperoni roll cake
Oh my gosh.
with green icing. Green icing on
That
it.
sounds sick.
That's got the green and her red, you know. Oh, if you didn't notice, by the way, if you're watching, we got a red vibe going on.
We're trying to be ominous.
Yeah,
Ominous?
Yeah,
Ominous.
there you go. Yeah, and if she was going to show up, and you knew she was going to show up, and you were going to bring her a gift, what would you bring her?
Oh my gosh. I would bring her, I feel like a ring to go with her nice fit.
Yeah, because you got that nice dress.
Yeah, in like a metal box.
I like it.
Because she's like made out of metal, right?
Yeah.
Right, Frank? Made out of metal.
Metallic, yeah.
Her
that's right.
dress.
Didn't
I would bring her
yeah.
a little ring.
All right, what about you? If you showed up to her party, what are you bringing her? We will read some of the funniest answers. Give us the funny answers and comments, and we'll shout them out next episode.
Yes. Oh, what a lot of skeptics are saying that it could be was probably an owl.
I've heard that.
Yes, probably an owl. Yeah, and it caused mass hysteria. Skeptics suggest the entire event was a case of mass hysteria or fear that made it so big. Theories propose that the creature was a startled barn owl, with its shadow and the foliage below creating the illusion of larger, more monstrous figure. And it also says it could have been a weather phenomenon. The initial fireball could have been a meteor, and the subsequent mist might have been a unique atmospheric event. Okay, so you're thinking it made a noise. It's making this hissing noise. So it's saying it had to be a barn owl at the same time of this fireball meteor coming down at the same time, giving the owl sounds, the screeching and hissing, and the fireball eyes together. I don't think that's true. The owl thing is believable.
Yeah.
It's more believable, and that's probably what it was.
Nah.
I'm scared of Frank.
How would an owl?
Honestly, I'm scared.
Frank,
I don't wanna
he
get it
says it's
wrong.
legit, right? Frank's a true believer.
I think
Is
he
that
is, and
correct?
I think we need to read his book immediately.
Yeah, he's a true believer. So I think so too. I mean, how do you explain the metallic? What didn't they have like a metallic taste kind of in the air,
Yeah,
smell
like
and
mustard gas. What does
taste?
mustard
And they got
gas smell
sick. They
like?
got
They got
sick.
sick and
There's no
nauseating.
way I'll doing that.
Okay, okay,
All
okay,
right,
okay.
all right, all right. West Virginia's first lady of folklore, Braxie, is her true believer's collar. Some people call her Flatwoods Monster. That's more the formal name. We call her Braxie.
Humanoid or extraterrestrial?
But getting back to our topic at hand, the cultural impact. So Braxton County decided to go all in.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how we love anything that's like a digital trail. Like we're suckers for it. You know, pepperoni roll trail, waterfall trail, anything that's like a
That
scavenger
you're
hunt
chasing
that you
after.
have to go and
Yeah.
check off a list. We love it. So what they do, they come up with these chairs. I want to tell you a little bit about these chairs,
Oh yeah.
as I think this is so cool. They've got the Flatwood Monsters chairs, and if you get all five of them, you get a sticker. I think you have to go to the museum
I want a sticker.
and basically take your picture and prove that you
Yeah.
went to all of them. You get a sticker. Okay, so how cool is that?
Mm-hmm.
But here's where they're at. Of course, they have them mapped out kind of A, B, C, D to make it easier to follow. A, of course, being in Flatwoods makes sense, right? At the municipal building. Oh, and each chair is different too. Each chair, I could put pictures up here,
Yeah.
but you can see them. They've got a different paint job on each one, a little bit different, right? So B is at the Holly Gray Park in
Ooh.
Sutton. Then you've got Second Street in Sutton. Then you head over to
Ooh, I want to go to that one. Monster chair at the hotel and cafe.
hotel. Oh yeah, Elk River
Oh,
Hotel.
Elk River.
That's in Sutton as well. And then Gasaway is the last one. Also this one's at the Elk River Camp and RV. Now these chairs are 10 feet tall. They said these are huge,
Yeah,
massive
those are
chairs.
huge. They're like how wide even? They're like
4 feet wide. I read 4
they're
feet
very
wide, 10
big
feet tall.
chairs.
Big chairs. You can see here some pictures. They're pretty cool. But what you're supposed to do is when you take your picture, you're supposed to put hashtag free Braxie
Ooh,
on it.
free Braxton?
And here's the story behind that.
Yeah, please tell
Hashtag
me.
free Braxie. Help us free. This is from BraxtonWestVirginia.org.
Okay.
It says help us free Flatwoods Monster, known as Braxie, by documenting his or her. This says his. I don't know if it's a typo or not, because I think she's our queen. But
I would think Frank would also say
but
that.
anyway, it says undermining the men in black whose singular goal was to suppress his existence, his or her existence. White Braxie from the minds of all who have known to come to love the legend and extinguish the truth of the alien visitor. To spread the truth about Braxie, grab your friends and visit all 5 chairs located around Braxton County. When you find the chair, take a selfie or a group shot with the chair and be sure to smile big. Show those men in black they can't get rid of this awesome alien. Once you have all 5 chairs photographed, you can collect your sticker at the Flatwoods Monster Museum there in Sutton.
Nice.
The modest prize proves your dedication to the preservation of the legend of Braxie, the Flatwoods Monster. Be sure to use the hashtag FreeBraxie when you share your picture online. Happy hunting, and remember, the truth is out there. All right, pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Hashtag FreeBraxie right now.
freer.
Let's stick it to those men in black. We don't want them to win. They're not going to, that's what they do, right? They come into a place like West Virginia and they try to extinguish our stories. We're not going to let that happen.
We're not gonna let that
We're
happen
standing,
at
we're
all.
standing strong for West Virginia culture right here. So help us out. Hashtag FreeBraxie.
Please leave it in the comments. This says they've been having that convention since 2019.
Oh,
so they would
shoot.
be in their 6th year
Okay, well, I must have got it wrong.
this year. I feel like we have to stand corrected as much as we can.
Oh
'cause
yeah, absolutely.
I'm nervous.
Oh yeah, people will give it to you.
Oh, heck yeah.
All right, let's see what we got next. We're talking about the Phantom of Flatwoods, of course, the Mountain Matriarch.
Mountain matriarch.
Yeah,
All right.
you like that one?
Yeah, I do like that.
And we're going to move into the museum, talk a little bit about the museum.
Okay.
The real home base for the monster now is the Flatwoods Monster Museum in Sutton. Free admission, packed with memorabilia, original sketches, newspaper clippings, toys, artwork, not slick or corporate. And that's important, I feel like. Not a corporate,
Yeah.
high-level museum. This is heartfelt, pure West Virginia.
Yes.
It's real, it's authentic.
Yeah.
Right? Bigger than just West Virginia, Braxie shows up even in video games like Fallout 76 and Zelda.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw where a lot of people were like, I didn't even know Flatwoods Monster was a thing until I saw it in Fallout.
It turns out international tourists come here just to meet our girl.
Yeah.
She's even big in Japan.
No
It says a
doubt.
huge fan base in
I
Japan.
can see that.
Yeah, pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the crazy part was the Flatwoods turned the UFO scare into an economic engine. Hotels, diners, shops all benefit. we saw a couple of hotels there with the chairs. I saw another one. I want to get the name right, but I think it's like a cafe that's
Oh, yeah.
themed around her.
Oh, okay.
Right there also in Sutton.
Yeah, I saw that, but I don't remember what it's called.
It's called The Spot. This is in Flatwoods, The Spot, and it simply has a picture of her beside their name, The Spot.
Oh, that's what the cafe is?
If you can't get
I'm
enough of the
going.
Flatwoods Monster, The Spot's the place to be, serving up alien-themed subs along monster-themed decor. The Spot's quirky and fun spot to drop by for lunch or dinner. They also serve ice cream, pizza, wings, and much more. Also offer an awesome monster-themed photo op. I like that it said quirky. That's what a lot of people said when I was looking.
About her?
And Mothman. I was looking up
Oh, they're
Mothman the other day
quirky.
too about why they're so
Yeah.
popular, and people said because they're quirky.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Quirky. Whenever I think of that, I just think of someone who's like a little offbeat.
Yeah, right. So I guess
wouldn't
some
call them
monsters are
quirky.
like
Quirky, I would call.
truly terrifying, but like her
Okay,
Mothman.
I'm thinking Bat Boy. That's quirky.
No, he's not quirky. He's
on another level.
awful.
He is a
We'll
life
never give
ruiner.
him his own episode.
He ruins people's life. I will never. I don't even want to talk about him anymore.
Why'd you
Forget
even
it.
bring him up? We got to stay focused on the Green Guardian here.
Green Guardian.
Yeah,
Is that one
the
of her
Space
names?
Queen of West
Oh,
Virginia.
okay.
She's West Virginia's first influencer. All it took was one sighting and boom, instant fame.
Yeah.
She would do really well in this day and age, 2025. She could have her own podcast.
She
would
would
do really well.
definitely be hanging around.
What would
more.
she say, you think? She'd be like, hey guys, here I am in Sutton, West Virginia.
She wouldn't say, "Hey guys." She would be talking to girls only. She'd be like,
Oh.
"Hey girlies." She'd be like, "Hey, my girly extraterrestrial queens. Here I am again, back with a new makeup video."
Oh, you think she'd do makeup?
Yeah, she would do makeup. She would do
Fashion, I feel like
fashion
fashion for
hauls.
sure,
She
right?
would do like fit check videos.
Yeah.
She would go on to like podcasts, like the whatever podcast, I feel like, and be like
really?
a girl's girl.
No, okay.
Try to plead
Well,
for girls'
I
cases.
feel like her outfit in the 50s was like a dress, like a 50s style dress, right? So she was trendy,
she was trendy.
obviously. So she would maybe modernize her look a little bit because she would be on top of trends, I feel like.
Yeah, she would.
You think so?
She would
And give
just
fashion
adjust
advice.
it just a little bit, but
Yeah.
still
Oh,
stay on
you would still
theme.
know. Like it would still be
Yeah.
like the green based and the red.
Yeah.
Like you would 100% know what's
Yes.
up. She could be getting a little bit older these days, right? Though, like up in age.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is 73.
How old? I
She's
wonder how old she.
73.
Well, I
Well,
imagine
well,
how old
73
she
years
was then.
since she was spotted. We don't know how old she is,
Yeah.
but so she's our alien auntie at this point,
Mm-hmm. I wonder if this movie is any good. It's just called Flatwoods. The truth has nowhere to hide. Think it's any count?
It has a 3.5 out of 10 rating, so it's good.
Oh my gosh! I didn't even see that. It's on
It's on
Tubi,
Tubi. They
and Prime
only
Video for
put the best on Tubi.
$3. I know Tubi. Come on now. It's
Yeah.
like
Oh, and by the
no,
way,
never mind.
When I say "hey guys," I'm not just talking to fellas.
Oh, I know.
You
but
called me out on that.
No, guys is encapsulating.
That's how I mean it. Although I did
everybody.
get on
She is girly.
off-topic story, but one time I said that when I was a waiter. I said, "Hey guys," to a table, and somebody, an elder lady, ripped me apart, and she was like, "Do I look like a guy to you?" And I said, "Ma'am, yes, you do, actually." No, I'm joking.
And that was back in the 2010s.
No, that was like 2007.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that was like
that's
2007.
the 2000s, not 2010s. We were already married in
but she ripped me
Morgantown.
apart. She was really offended. I was like, "Man, I didn't mean nothing by it."
I think you did.
I say "hey guys" every table that comes up. I still say "hey guys." If I'm wrong in that, I apologize.
Yeah.
Not really. I'm not sorry. Hashtag not sorry. All right, here's my question for you guys. Would you road trip to Sutton to hit the convention, the chairs, and the museum? Let us know. We want to see who's repping Braxxie this year. If you're going, let us know. Or if you went, depending on when this airs, when you're watching. If you went, tell us how it was.
Yeah.
It's a nice, kind of centralized spot in the state. We used to stop there a lot when we lived in Huntington.
Yeah, it was
and we
like
were
kind
traveling
of
the
a
state a
halfway
lot. It was
point.
kind of like our.
Not really a halfway point, but
We made it our halfway point because
Yeah.
we liked Flatwoods.
I
It
like
was a
it.
nice place to stop.
it was kind of like a town in the middle of nowhere. It's like you're like driving and driving, and then all of a sudden it's like this little area along the road that kind of has everything you need as far as eating and going to the bathroom and getting a drink or something, It was
It's like a
good
cozy little stop, isn't it? It feels like a cozy little stop.
Yeah. I don't think they have the sheets.
I don't think so. That's like right there, like almost smack dab in the center of the state. If you really look at it, like all
Oh,
the
yeah,
panhandles and everything, it's
yeah.
kind of like right there in the center.
There's another movie It also has 3 stars. It's the Flatwoods Monster Legacy of Fear.
Ooh.
Okay, can someone please make a good Flatwoods Monster movie? Apparently, these cryptid movies just don't do well. Like the
Well,
Mothman,
we
I
just
think
have to
they're
watch
low
it.
budget.
Yeah. We'll watch them and find out. I was already planning a series in the wintertime whenever we can't get out as much and do
Yeah.
stuff, and we're kind of snowed in the
We're gonna be
house.
watching
That we're
movies.
going to watch a lot of West Virginia themed movies, so we'll watch all this stuff, and we'll let you know if it's worth watching or
Yeah,
not.
leave us in the comments if you have a good West Virginia themed
Oh, yeah.
movie.
I've got a good list already built up, but I'll take more for sure. All right, you know what's funny? In most states, if you're lucky if you get even one cryptid that people actually talk about.
Yes.
Here in West Virginia, we got a whole lineup of cryptids.
Are you
Right.
gonna list them?
Sure.
Oh, I was
There's
gonna
Mothman.
try to guess them all.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you.
There's
you go.
Mothman in Point Pleasant, the Grafton Monster, of course, Sheep Squatch, and Braxxie. There's a big one. So we've even got way more, like we said earlier. We got those who shan't be mentioned,
Okay.
such as Bad Boy. But let's be real.
yeah,
Let's
sure.
be real, okay? Let's be real for a second. Out of that list, 2 of them are the headliners. There's 2
Oh, we
headliners.
all know who it is.
Mothman and Flatwoods Monster.
Mothman, #1 though.
They both have festivals. They both bring in tourists. They both have merchandise all over the place.
Mothman's is this month.
Oh yeah, that's true. Our daughter has a sign that has Mothman and Braxxie
It's
together
a
hugging
really
each other and
cute
says, "Hug Cryptid today." It's cute. She's got it on her wall. But let's be real, 2 of them are headliners, right? Mothman and Flatwoods Monster. But what I want to know is who is the real #1? That's where you guys come in. We want to know who's the true cryptid king or queen in West Virginia. Is it Mothman or Braxxie? Vote in the comments. We'll read the results in our next episode. Tell us why. Say it's this one and this is the reason why, and we'll let everybody know.
Braxxie is much older.
That's true. That's something I meant to mention. And I forgot to write
Mothman
down my
wasn't
notes.
until 67.
Right, so she's got him
Braxxie's
beat.
52.
What? By how many years? 15 years? She's 15 years older?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's got him beat by 15 years. She had a head start. I think Mothman may have passed her a little bit. I don't want to speculate. I want to see what the comments say before we get into it. I want to see what the people of West Virginia have to say.
Okay. Both brought national attention.
That's true. Both have movies. Both have. What are you talking about? Movies, though?
Books.
And as you said, Mothman's festival is also this week or this month. And you know what else? We gotta give a little mention to Bigfoot. He's still a big
everywhere,
deal.
apparently.
Yeah, he's everywhere. But they have a Bigfoot museum there in Sutton as well,
Yes.
Braxton County.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, guys. The Mountain State Diva. Can we call her a diva? So she's got this big party, this big convention.
Yeah.
Right? She scared a group of kids once and's been living rent-free in Braxton County ever since. So hopefully we figured out a little bit about how she's such a cultural phenomenon. Now, here's the big lesson, okay? Was it really an alien? Some say it was a meteor, a beacon, a startled barn owl, like you said.
Yes.
Maybe. But here's the truth. Whether it was real or not almost doesn't even matter anymore. Because the story here in West Virginia is bigger than any of the wacky truth that could be out there. What matters is the story. It gave Flatwoods an identity, something to rally around, something to celebrate. The monster became more than fear, it became family. And that's something else that I was researching this week about Mothman and Braxxie, about why they're so popular in West Virginia. And people said because it gives us something to celebrate.
That's actually really cool.
That's ours. Something that's ours.
Yes.
You know? So like Bigfoot, we talked about, he's all over the nation. But Mothman and the Flatwoods Monster are West Virginia's, our monsters. And that's what people like. And that's why they took what was scary at one time, even Mothman when he first came out. Everybody was truly terrified whenever there were sightings of him. But now Point Pleasant built a statue and celebrates him. Because these things went from truly terrifying to something we could rally around.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty awesome. They're family to us now. And whether you're a true believer or not, it don't matter. It don't matter. It's fun.
Yeah.
They're on
It's
the
happening.
merchandise. They're on the stickers.
Not going away.
We went to Cryptid Mountain Miniature Golf here in Morgantown last week. I took the kids. And the whole mini golf is themed after West Virginia cryptids. And it's so cool. The theme is so cool.
I didn't go, but I really want to.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So the thing is, that's the big deal. That's the main thing here, right? The cryptids have really become a thing here in West Virginia because it's something that's quirky. It's something that's fun. It's something that we can all rally behind.
Yeah. And if you're not into that and you're watching this and you're just kind of like, oh, I don't believe this stuff, it can just be fun. It can just be for fun. You don't have to go to the festivals or anything, but people really like that stuff. And if, like what you said was, it gives them something to celebrate. Maybe there wasn't anything in that town, like going on Flatwoods or Point Pleasant. And like, man, this is something that we can make a big deal about, bring people to our town and celebrate with us. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I'm all for it.
I
And I
love
think
it.
that there are a lot of true believers out there that are really excited to be part of this stuff, and that's cool too.
And just let it be.
I like that
Let it
that's
ride.
out there. I come across that stuff. I know there's other podcasts and stuff that are out there that focus on that, and I think that's pretty awesome.
It's
And
fun to talk about every now and
it
then.
is. It's fun.
73 years ago, a handful of kids in Flatwoods thought they saw a monster, and maybe they did. But what really matters isn't what came down out of the sky, it's what rose up out of that story. West Virginians took fear and turned it into folklore. We turned a one night scare into 73 years of pride, tourism, and community. We proved that here in the Mountain State, even our monsters become family. So tonight, we don't just remember a legend, we celebrate her. Happy birthday, Braxie. You'll always be part of West Virginia's story.
Happy 73rd birthday, Braxie. Thank you guys for watching and sticking around with us. If you enjoyed this episode and you like even more episodes about West Virginia culture, that's what we're into. We're trying to really define West Virginia culture and what we celebrate here in the Mountain State, and what we enjoy and what we love. And if you want to love that and you love West Virginia and want more of it, go ahead and subscribe here. You always you threw me off. I always do the circle. You always do the thing.
Ding.
There you go. Thanks, guys. We'll see you.
Bye.